73 and sunny on a Saturday afternoon in San Luis Obispo. In San Luis Obispo, it's the Blues and Conejo Oaks on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Jordan Brenner, Zach Engberg with you as the train, as it always does, rolls by right field here at Sinsheimer Park. Lovely day, windy. See a nice young fan throwing out the first pitch with a red shirt. The Oaks yesterday lost to the Santa Barbara Foresters 9-3. They gave up 15 hits. Today, though, Jerry Ramirez on the mound to correct that and get the Oaks back on track and look to solidify a series win over the course of the season against the San Luis Obispo Blues.
And every game between the Oaks and Blues has been close. Earlier this week, the Oaks won 4-1 when they dropped the second game of a two-day doubleheader against the Blues. So a win today with Jerry Ramirez on the hill, as you mentioned, would be big. And any kind of series win like that, considering how the Oaks have played in CCL, would be big for their confidence. That'd be something to take away from the summer. But as we've seen, this should be a close game. It's going to be a pitcher's duel is my best guess. I think if you get to 5 runs, if either team gets to 5 runs, you're going to win the game. So that's my key for the day. Get to 5 runs, hold the Blues under 5 runs.
The Oaks will have to go against Andrew Alvarez, who has a sub-3 ERA out of Cal Poly. Very good pitcher for the San Luis Obispo Blues. His numbers exactly 18 2/3, 2.41 on the ERA. And he has 16 strikeouts compared to 12 walks. So struggles a bit with command. Patience should be important in this one for the Oaks. Conejo wearing their road navy blue uniforms with white lettering and gray road pants. San Luis Obispo wearing their white pants and turquoise navy blue and white home uniforms. Got a great atmosphere here at Sinsheimer Park, as we always do. Got to be close to 1,000 fans coming in enjoying baseball on a windy Saturday afternoon. Gabe Baldovino's leading off for the Oaks, playing shortstop. Jacob Castro second at DH. Ryan Yamashiro batting third. The first baseman, Raul Sandoval, in center field. Batting fourth, Tyler Odekirk fifth at second base. Will Pickett sixth. Daniel Krasnick seventh at catcher. Aaron Suval in left field batting eighth. Trent McKinney in right field rounds out the order. And now the Blues getting ready to take the field. The field for the San Luis Obispo Blues. In left field, Hunter Swift is making his first start of the season in left. Ryan Cole, the everyday center fielder, 11th in hitting in the CCL, is playing center. TJ Rumfield making his first outfield start of the summer. He's playing right field. At first base is Nick Hansen. Dane Stankiewicz, off at a shortstop for this team, is playing second today. Ruben Mercado, who's playing short. Dupau Koa at third, and Miles Emerson catching. And Andrew Alvarez getting the start on the mound. Zach, tell me your keys for today's games before we pause for the national anthem. This is a big game for the Oaks to get that confidence boost. We're running out of games, Zach, and you got to end the season on a good note.
Hit well, no errors defensively. No errors on the base paths. I would like to see a few mistake-free games heading into the end of the season, heading into the playoffs. And I think if you have a mistake-free game and you get a good outing from Jerry Ramirez, he's shown us that with good defense behind him, he can win a game. They're going to hit enough to win a game if they have no mistakes on defense.
Dan Marple, the Blues along the first base line, getting ready for the national anthem. Everybody in Sinsheimer to their feet. We take a brief pause for the national anthem and return for baseball on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Your heads.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Well, the Oaks watched Pitch Perfect on the bus up to San Luis Obispo, a lovely a cappella rendition of our nation's national anthem featured right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. The Blues are on the field. We're ready for baseball. Jordan Brenner here on play-by-play, joined on color by Zach Engberg. Emily Hilsinger doing our production today and giving her daily dab as she does at the start and end of every game. Gabe Baldovino, the right-handed hitter, getting ready for his first ups of today's game. After him will be Jacob Castro, the DH. Ryan Yamashiro's hitting third. Those are the first three up for the Oaks. The lefty Andrew Alvarez warming up. The catcher Miles Emerson. And just a terrific environment for a ball game today. Got a snack stand all ready to go. The barbecue pit took a while to open today. They're finally opened up for the hundreds of fans here in attendance. 73 degrees, wind out to left field. The dimensions here at Sinsheimer, 335 down the left field line, 380 in the left field gap. 395 to straightaway center, and Zach, you and I were walking out there in center field. That is a long way away from home. 365 in right center and 320 down the right field line.
We have a view up here, and we can see it, but it's different standing out there looking directly at the plate. That just gives me more respect for guys like Nico Lima, you know, that can hit it that far, because that's a long way. And in this Blues Park, we've seen home run balls to left field, and based on what I'm hearing, it's going to be hard. You're going to be hard pressed to not hit one. If you're going to hit one, down left field line 335.
Well, Ryan Yamashiro rewarded for a big home run he hit here earlier this year. It was a 2-run go-ahead shot in the 8th inning. In a game where the Oaks defeated the SLO Blues. That was one of the Oaks' 3 wins against this team this summer. The Blues have beaten the Oaks 3 times. Today is the rubber match. And Gabe Baldovino steps in there from the right side of the plate. 280 hitter. He has no home runs and 10 RBIs on the summer. He has 2 doubles and a triple to go along with 20 singles. And the lefty deals. The first pitch is called a strike at 4:05 p.m., just about 5 minutes after our scheduled start time. No balls and a strike. 0-1 is fouled off to the right side. 0-2 to Baldovino. Always a treat to come up here for baseball to Sinsheimer. The players will tell you it's just a different feel. The 0-2, Baldovino fights it off, skies it out of play towards the bleachers along the right field dugout. And it's 0-2. It's the home dugout. You don't always see that. Many home dugouts are on the left field line. Conejo, one of them. But the Blues on their right side. The 0-2 to Baldovino. Breaking ball, that's a called strike 3. Takes 12-6 on the edge. 1 gone on the first strikeout for Andrew Alvarez. Jacob Castro next up, DHing in today's game, has been rotating between DH, catcher, and first. And he is hitting .245 this summer with no home runs and 12 RBIs. 3 doubles, no triples. And a strike from the lefty, 0-1.
Andrew Alvarez, his third matchup, third start this season against the Oaks. I'll get you those stats in a second.
0-1 home, grounded right side, and it leaks foul. 0-2.
He started on June 26th against the Oaks. He went 5 1/3 innings. gave up 2 runs and got 5 strikeouts. And then on June 30th, a little bit worse of a performance, gave up 4 runs in 3 innings, only 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. So Oaks are hoping for the latter.
0-2 and a hole, another curve. This one stays in, a good layoff by Jacob Castro. So the Oaks were punished yesterday by the best team in the Southern Division of the CCL, a 9-3 beatdown at the hands of Santa Barbara and some of their best arms. 1-2, curve, called strike 3. He struck him out. 2 straight looking strikeouts, 2 gone in the first. And in similar fashion to some of the other games we've seen between these two teams, strikeouts to begin this ball game.
It's always a pitcher's duel when these two teams match up, and with Andrew Alvarez and Jerry Ramirez on the hill, I expect no different today.
So 2 outs, bases empty for Ryan Yamashiro, the first baseman. Mentioned the biggest hit he had this season. Really the biggest hit I think the Oaks have had this season was his 2-run home run against this team. We'll give you the full situation as next time up. 0-1 with 2 outs. He's hitting .278 with 15 singles and 3 doubles. Outside on a curve, 1-1. 2 home runs this summer. 1 came in Pasadena, the other here. Has not hit a home run at his native Cal Lutheran. The 1-1 pitch is checked on and laid off. 2 balls a strike. Yamashiro also has 13 RBIs. That's 3rd on the roster. And 10 walks. Spoken about how the level of pitching is just a couple notches up than what he's used to at the Division III level. And he has made that adjustment pretty seamlessly. Really enjoys the natural power in wood bat baseball, where if you clip a ball with a bat, you don't feel it all too much, and velocity travels. 2-2, backdoor curve, and that's just a bit outside. The count is now full to Yamashiro. We saw Pauko and Mercado, the third baseman and shortstop, take 2 steps in to the dugout. Payoff pitch with 2 gone. The pitch is swung on and missed. Sawed-off swing on a fastball elevated. Andrew Alvarez strikes out the side in a 1-2-3 first. The Blues will have Ryan Cole, Ruben Mercado, and Tyson Corio on the other side of this break. But a good start for Dan Marple's Ball Club on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bottom 1, Jerry Ramirez takes the hill for the Conejo Oaks out of Glendale City College. And his final warm-up has been thrown, which cues Ryan Cullen from the on-deck circle. A right-handed, actually switch hitting, I'm pretty sure, center fielder. He's hitting 11th in the CCL in average. So he's had a very successful season. For Ryan Cole, 326 average. He has 27 singles, 8 doubles, 2 triples, and is known for drawing walks. He has 19, which is most on this roster. Jerry starts him off with a heater and gets ahead 0-1. That one on the outer half. Daniel Krasnick doing the catching today for Ramirez, the athletic catcher who has really improved at throwing out runners. Breaking ball, that's a strike, and it's 0-2. So Ramirez looks on top of it to start this game off. He grips the rubber, readies for the 0-2 as he peers in for his sign. Outfield playing shallow as the wind has died down. Now the set. The 0-2 pitch is fouled out of play. Right side. Ruben Mercado's on deck, followed by Tyson Corio. Hunter Swift 4th, and TJ Rumfield is 5th. Miles Emerson hitting 6th. Duke Paukoa 7th at 3rd. Nick Hansen 8th, and Dane Stankiewicz rounds the order out. 0-2 in, swing and a miss. Fastball right by him. And 4 strikeouts to start this game.
This game has started with 4 strikeouts. Alvarez went 1, 2, 3 with 3 consecutive strikeouts.
And this reminds me a whole lot of one of the other games we saw earlier this season.
If I remember, it was the first game that these two teams played.
It was a duel between Travis Weston and Derek True in that game. And first pitch is high for a ball to Mercado, the shortstop, hitting from the right side of the plate. In that game, Derek True only lasted 2 innings against the Oaks, but he struck out 5 batters. Line drive in a right. Over to the gap, McKinney cuts it off and makes the catch. 2 away here in the first. So Mercado down on a flyout, and his 311 average will drop. Now is Tyson Corio, a switch hitter. He's hitting 340 on the summer, 38 singles, 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. Has 11 strikeouts, so not a lot of pop out of the 3-hole, but someone who can get on base with the best of them. A DH. Jerry looking for a 1-2-3 first. The fastball is low, 1-0.
Not a lot of pop in a lineup that really, he's tied for the team lead in home runs with 2, but there's not a lot of pop in this lineup. So,
and that's also has something to do with this pitcher's park here at Sinsheimer. Wind is almost never in favor of the hitter. Grounded to second, Odekirk in front of it, throws to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Ramirez, and though he doesn't strike out the side like Andrew Alvarez, he'll be happy with that performance. No runs, no hits, none left to the second on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. We're in the top of the second inning, and hitting now for the Oaks The center fielder, Raul Sandoval, has made quite the adjustment this past couple weeks. And he swings and taps this one down the third base line, and it just is a bit foul, and it's 0-1. Sandoval above the Mendoza line at 204. 19 singles, 3 doubles, a homer, and 10 RBIs. He's walked 12 times. In yesterday's game, Raul hit second and went 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. But that was against some of the better pitching the Oaks have seen all season. Andrew Alvarez ahead 0-1. The southpaw grips the left side of the rubber, and his pitch is away. 1-1. You got a chance. We actually both got a chance to talk to Raul today. Not sure if the interview with him is posted yet. I think we're going to post that tomorrow.
Tomorrow or on our off day on Monday.
1-1 is on the outside corner, 1 and 2. But just for a sneak peek, I mean, Raul Sandoval is as grounded as a player can get.
100%.
I mean, here's a guy who knows who to listen to. He knows what spot he's in.
Yeah.
The 1-2. Alvarez elevates a heater and misses upstairs. 2-2.
I think the thing that impressed me so much about him is how he is so open to listening to criticism, open to changing the way he plays the game.
No doubt about that.
And he has changed, and he's gotten better as the season has gone on.
Swings and grounds the 2-2 into center field. First hit for either team. Raul Sandoval, similar to yesterday, breaks up the opposing team's no-hitter with a base hit. And he has just feasted ever since being put in that 4-hole. He hasn't been there every day, but when he's been there, he's made the most out of those opportunities.
You want to talk about a guy getting better as the season is going on, hitting his peak, or at least the peak of the summer, going into what would be the playoff time. He's been doing that, and I'm really impressed with the way he's playing lately.
Gets a modest lead at first. Odekirk lays down a bunt. Alvarez going to turn and fire to second and beat Sandoval to the bag. So the sacrifice unsuccessful, and Odekirk reaches on a 1-6 fielder's. Pardon me, that's going to be a 2. No, that'll be a 1-6 fielder's choice. Shouldn't have doubted myself. Anyway, 1 gone. Odekirk is on first. And another thing about Raul, just to finish the thought. Last time the Oaks and Blues played earlier this week, Sandoval hit 4th. He went 3 for 4 in that game with 2 singles and a double. Hitting 6th is Will Pickett's, a runner on and out. Double play depth for the SLO Blues as the first pitch is low. Alvarez, a lefty who sits 88-89, but he does have reach back 90 in the tank.
And we've seen the curveball at work today.
Yeah, he can locate that curve. He'll throw it for a ball, but he can also steal a strike with it as well. 1-0, runner goes, and Odekirk's caught in the pickoff. It's going to be the first baseman, Hansen, throwing wide of Mercado at second, and Odekirk slides in safely to get into scoring position. That's poor defense by Dan Marple's infield.
Yeah, that should have been an easy pickoff attempt, and there I said before the game, you have to avoid the base running errors. What could have easily been a base running error, a little bit of luck for the Oaks, turns into a runner in scoring position. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Stolen back, number 8 in 10 tries for Odekirk, and a 1-0 count to Pickett's. Throw back to second. Nice move by Alvarez. But back in safely is Odekirk with a head-first dive. That isn't easy, Zach. We know that lefties have the advantage on the throw over to first, but when you're talking about a pickoff move to second base, that's about as quick as you can get for a lefty. 1-0, breaks in. At the knees, a bender for a strike. It's 1-1 to Pickett's. Bulls hitting .211, 10 singles, a double. No triples, no blasts. Saw Bill Pickett's in attendance today, so he's enjoying the sunshine at Sinsheimer. Swing and a miss at the 1-1.
It's a mouthful.
Rolled off the tongue.
Pickens was a 2-time all-conference player. Decided to take his talents to
Seen some classic games between these two teams. They always feel bigger when these two teams meet up, whether it's at Sinsheimer or at Sparky Anderson. 1-1. And Pickett's lays off, a change away.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
So the outfield playing in. The deepest outfielder is Hunter Swift in left field. This is his first start in left. And we know that the ball carries way better to the left side of this field than right. Pickett pops this one up behind home. It's going to be Emerson near the fence. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 away, and it'll be up to Daniel Krasnick, who has heated up as of late.
The first runner that's been in position on either side, standing on second base.
We actually saw Daniel Krasnick late in yesterday's game. He was 0 for in yesterday's contest as he came in for Jacob Castro at catcher for the final 3 frames. Known for his defense, though, and his plate discipline. As the first pitch is off the plate, it's 1-0 to Kras.
Every time I see him, I'm like, hey, Pop. It's like, hey, son. He works from in Florida. Life's good.
The 1-0. Daniel takes a strike on the lower outer half on the corner. It's 1-1. Plays catcher at the University of Hawaii, hoping for a little bit more playing time next year.
Krasnick played in 12 games his freshman year at Hawaii. Only started
1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second. Kras checks his swing, and that one's low. So 2-1 to Kras. Krasnick heating up a little bit this summer. Average approaching 100 now. He has 3 hits. All have been singles. 3-1 upcoming. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Oaks. The Blues hitless so far. They've only been up once, and they were retired in order by the Oaks righty Jerry Ramirez. Now the 3-1. A bit outside, and Daniel Krasnick does what he does best. Draws his 14th walk of the summer. The on base will climb closer to 400. 2 on, 2 out for the new hitter, Aaron Suval. Suval going to go to Cal State Northridge, a good baseball program. Will link up with Oaks alumni as he grounds this one to the right side of the infield. Stankiewicz bobbles the ball. Rounding third is Odekirk. He's coming home. The play at the plate. There is none. Odekirk scores the first run of today's ball game on a whiffed grounder by Dane Stankiewicz, who is known for his defense. The Oaks take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning.
And with these two teams, with how tight they are, those are the mistakes that are going to cost the Blues the game or the Oaks the game, whoever makes them. 2 errors, or 1 error in this inning, including a bad throw for the Blues, and the Oaks take advantage. Trent McKinney free swinging. We'll see if he can do some damage.
Trent takes low. It's 1-0. By the way, the Oaks alumni that Suval will be linking up with is Andrew Lucas, outfielder at Cal State Northridge. Similar to Suval, was one of the only high schoolers on the roster last year, recent graduate. So here we also have Noah Matera. Little slow roller, bad hop at third. Paukoa regains the throw low. Pick made by Nick Hansen at first to retire the side. So one of the wildest 5-3 groundouts you'll ever see. Paukoa bobbled not once but twice. Threw low to Hansen, who somehow corralled it on a tough pick. But the Oaks get a run on a hit. They're fortunate as the Blues commit an error, and they leave 2 runners on base. 1-0 Conejo. Bottom 2 after this. Hunter Swift, TJ Rumfield, Miles Emerson for the Blues on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Last of the second inning, and leading out for the San Luis Obispo Blues, Hunter Swift. First start in left field, fourth in the CCL. An average left fielder for this team, digs in from the left side. 0-1-2-3, first inning for Jerry. Kicks and fires the first pitch of the second. Hard grounder through the middle. Hit number one for SLO, and the no-hitter is deleted to start off the second. So Hunter Swift is on base. You're wondering how good a base stealer he is. Well, he's stolen a lot of bags, 11. He's also been caught more than anybody on this team, 6 times. So 11 for 17. Rumfield flies one down the left field line. Suval in foul territory, reaches over his shoulder and makes the catch. TJ Rumfield retired on one pitch. And there's one away as Hunter Swift rumbles back to the first base bag.
That's a really nice play. He had to travel a long way to make that catch. Almost didn't make it. He overstepped it a little bit, pulled back. But that's a nice play from Suval, who hasn't gotten a lot of time playing in the field this summer.
Miles Emerson now, 211 hitter with 3 singles and a double on the summer. Only appeared in 10 games, and he checks his swing at a fastball low. A ball, no strikes. When Jerry Ramirez is at his best, and we've seen certain flashes of it this summer, he is commanding that fastball low in the zone. He gets that off speed to break off of it. The 1-0 pitch. Jerry throws a fastball, this one on the outside corner. And the count's evened up at 1 now. See if Hunter Swift is on the move. Jerry is not really paying too much attention to him at first base. Krasnick, we know, is very good at throwing out runners. Foul ball on the 1-1. And Jerry has a 1-2 advantage in this count.
Krasnick gave us a little insight, actually, the other day into some of the keys. He mentioned how it's not as much about how hard you throw as it is about placing it perfectly. It's about making sure the throw is on target as opposed to making it super hard thrown.
So Jerry tosses over just to let Swift know he's thinking about him. He's back in safely, though. The righty ready on the hill. Collects and deals. The pitch is grounded through the right side on a hit and run. Hunter Swift around second, chugging for third. He's going to be held at third. The throw is high out of right field from McKinney, but it's cut off by Krasnick up the third base line. Runners on the corners, only an out in the inning. And the Blues are threatening to not only tie, but perhaps take the lead here in this game. That is just how you drop a hit and run, isn't it, Zach?
Perfectly placed, perfectly timed. Swift, who's speedy. For a second there, I thought he was going to be sent home, held up by the third base coach. And Duke Pahukoa, who is one of the better power hitters for the Blues, also tied with Tyson Courier for the team lead with 2 home runs, also has 3 doubles.
So Duke Pahukoa, the third baseman, with an out, swings, fouls the first pitch off up into a sea of fans along the right side. A nice diving catch by what looks to be a Giants fan in foul territory. He's got dirty knees now, but at least he's got a baseball for the family.
He'll go home feeling good about himself. That's a nice play.
Yeah, he can just relax in the sunshine now. Got the foul ball out of the way.
He's probably enjoying some tri-tip.
Kids are happy. The 0-1 now comes in. That's another strike on a curve from Jerry. He's really commanding that pitch well early in this game. And he's ahead 0-2. Boards reads 1-1. So Swift on third, Emerson on first. An 0-2 count with an out in the inning. Here's the pitch to Pahukoa. Jerry elevates and misses on a fastball. It's 2-1. That'll be actually 1 and 2. Dupaukoa, 275 hitter. He has 17 RBIs. And he lines this one in the air to second. Caught off first. Emerson, a double play. Base running blunders, and the Blues blow it here in the second. The Oaks take a 1-0 lead onto the third. No runs on 2 hits, no errors or on our left. Third inning when we return on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. First pitch misses away to Gabe Baldovino, the new hitter. Struck out looking, leading off the first. The Oaks escape jail in the bottom half of the second inning on a 4-3 line-out double play with runners on the corners and an out in the inning. Swinging a foul on the 1-0, evens the count at 1.
So they've gotten a little help from the Blues defensively, and now they've gotten a little help from the Blues base running blunders.
Yeah. Well, the Oaks play better defense up here. Not sure if it's something in the air. The 1-1 bounces in there, 2-1. There's another layer of focus involved in a game like this. First of all, you're playing in front of hundreds of fans. You want to give these fans what they're paying for. You don't want to put on a bad show. You want to, impress these fans with what you can do. 2-1 home is taken high, 3-1 to Baldovino. And in addition, when you have these 3-hour bus rides up north, it gives you a lot of time to think about the game upcoming. Yeah. Maybe it settles these players. 5-pitch walk. Baldovino takes a slider that misses down and in at his feet. And the Oaks have a good base runner on board to lead off the third.
The problem for Alvarez this summer, he pitches well, but he starts to unwind.
Baldovino on first, a threat to steal. He's stolen 10. Good for the team lead in 12 tries. So now it's Castro with plenty of room in left center field. He's hit the ball hard that way the last few days. Plenty of space in that gap. And if you get Baldovino off to a good start, there's almost nothing you can do as a defense. But Alvarez keeps him close, steps off and throws over. Yesterday's 2 games here since Scheimer, as this one is chopped slowly to second. This could be 2. Stankiewicz only 1 play. He goes to first, 4-3, and Baldovino takes second on a sacrifice. Runner in scoring position with an out for Ryan Yamashiro.
And there's the speed displayed by Baldovino, being able to advance. He was almost in the way of Stankiewicz when he was trying to make the play on a slowly hit ground ball from Castro. It's only one out, a runner in scoring position, and a guy you want up at the plate in this opportunity.
So the Blues lost twice here at Sinsheimer yesterday. First, a continued game against the Orange County Riptide. They lost that one 4-3. Ryan Yamashiro chops a breaking ball to first. It's going to be a backhand pick for Nick Hansen, but it's going to be Hansen taking it himself, opting not to throw to Alvarez covering, and over to third goes Baldovino. It'll be up to Raul Sandoval, who got the Oaks' first hit of today's game, and actually the only hit of today's game on a single up the middle in the second. Was later thrown out at second base. He's been just terrific at getting to that high pitch, he did struggle catching up with some velocity with his big swing earlier in the season. And a curveball is inside and low from Alvarez. 1-0. Baldovino's on third. A wide open stance for Sandoval. The 1-0 home swing, a check swing. He did commit the crime, says our home plate umpire, and we're evened up at 1. 1-0 Oaks. Take a lead here today. Trying to hand SLO officially their third straight loss. Second game the Blues played yesterday, they lost 5-1. And Sandoval takes another wasted pitch on a curveball in the dirt. So officially the Blues are in fourth place in the CCL, though it isn't going to end up mattering. They have opted to not participate in the postseason. Swing and a miss at the 2-1 pitch. Count evened up. It's 2-2. If they were participating in the playoffs, they would be a game and a half out of a spot. Chasing the team the Oaks will play at home tomorrow, the Arroyo Seco Saints. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside, called strike 3. Got him. Struck him out with a fastball in the outside corner. That's his 4th strikeout, his 3rd looking. And in the inning for the Oaks, no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand a runner 90 feet away from home at third. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now the Oaks clinging to their 1-0 lead. Stay with us. Back to Sinsheimer after this on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bottom 3, Blues looking to get on the board. Had a good opportunity last inning after Hunter Swift led off with a single to center and was advanced to third on a 1-out single to right field by Miles Emerson. Well, with the runners on the corners in and out, Duke Paukoa lined out to Tyler Odekirk on a softly hit liner. And Emerson was caught off first. It was a double play. Line drive hit hard down the left field side. Hooks well foul at its own 1 to the first baseman, Nick Hansen.
Hansen taking on the trend of wearing a sock on his right arm. A lot of players have turned a long sock into an opposite. Good as well.
Nick Hansen on the summer is hitting 257, 15 singles, and 4 extra base hits, all doubles. This could be his 5th. Grounded down the third base side, past the diving glove of Pickett's. But it looks like Hansen's going to hold his horses at first with what will be the 3rd hit of the day for the Blues to lead off the 3rd. That was right down the third base line. Good effort by Pickett's at 3rd. Thing about Will Pickett's, he's such a solid, versatile defender. It's hard for him to get great, at least in the summer season, at a certain position because he's just bouncing around everywhere. A little bunt off the bat of Stankiewicz, perfectly placed. Ramirez's only play is to first. He throws wide, but Yamashiro secures it on a stretch. Hansen to second, and there's one gone. Ryan Kolnek struck out swinging as Ramirez elevated a fastball above the letters to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Ryan Cole, such a talented hitter, such a pleasure to watch on an everyday basis. Such a disciplined hitter for someone who's his age. Lines one into shallow center field. Sandoval charges, makes the catch, and Hansen has to turn back and get to the second base bag. 2 gone.
This is where I've always been impressed by Jerry Ramirez. He pitches so well in jams. I mean, he's had some help from his defense today, but he'll get a couple runners on, or he'll get a runner on to start an inning, and he will not slow up. He will still be consistent. He'll still rock the fastball. The curveball will still be working. And here he is again, look, a batter away from getting out of a jam after a leadoff single.
We got Ruben Mercado, the new hitter, flew out to right. RBI chance for the Blues with a runner on second. The Oaks leading 1-0, bottom 3. Ramirez collects at the belt. A quick check of second, and the pitch in is low and inside. It's 1-0. Crowd beginning to fill in more and more. Plenty of kids out here. They got their kids' corner on the right field side, on the lawn above the seats. Now 1-0 in. Just missing on a fastball away. Got the school bus facility out in left field and the warehouse in left center. American flag in dead center field blowing hard, probably 10 miles an hour out to left field. And the 2-0. Ramirez gets his first strike as that one's fouled out of play along the right side and into the park behind us.
Come for the baseball, stay for Jordan the weatherman.
Hey, baseball play-by-play doesn't work.
There you go, meteorologist. Got to work that green screen.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the hand motions when you're a weatherman, right?
It's about having a great name, too. I mean, Dallas Raines, come on.
Oh, you can't do better
exactly
than that, yeah. The 2-1 in, breaks low, 3-1. Big spot here. Ramirez has to get back into the zone. He's behind 3-1. He hasn't walked anybody yet in this start. He has 1 strikeout, trying to get out of another jam and strand his second runner. Foul back to the screen. The count is full. A well-located heater on the outside corner. As you enter into late July and early August, the narrative of American sports, it shifts from basketball and free agency and to the NBA Finals into a little lull. And people have to start experiencing the non-American sports. The British Open, Wimbledon, the full count is fouled off again, and we'll do it again. And it creates almost this culture of religious baseball fandomship. And, well, baseball fans have been treated There are some hot teams, some great stories across the major leagues. How about the San Francisco Giants?
Absolutely.
Fighting and clawing their way back to 500.
They were going to sell. It was going to be a fire sale.
The 3-2, Ramirez misses in tight. Mercado walks, and there's 2 on with 2 outs for Tyson Corio, one of the better hitters on this team. In fact, Tyson Corio leads this team with 33 RBIs. He has 8 more than the nearest Blues hitter, Hunter Swift. So many great division races in Major League Baseball right now as well. Obviously, you look at the NL Central, that's going to be a fight to the finish. Cubs, Brewers, that's a great one. Cardinals in there too. NL East turning into what should be a pretty good race down the finish. Braves, Nationals, the Phillies in the taillights, but certainly not finished. First pitch misses away for Corio.
AL Central, the
yeah.
Indians are getting hot. The A's are getting hot, clawing
That's
their way
fun.
about 5 back of the
AL West, and can't forget about the Angels playing better.
They're
as
right
of late,
there.
too.
The Rangers have been good all season.
1-0 line drive into left field. This one chases Suval back. He makes the catch to end the frame. So Jerry Ramirez doing his best magic trick. He gets out of trouble again. And in this inning, no runs a hit. No errors, couple left. Ramirez has stranded 3 in 3 scoreless. 1-0 Oaks to the 4th on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. We are back for the top of the 4th inning. Andrew Alvarez still on the hill for the Blues. The Oaks lead 1-0. Tyler Odekirk hitting for play-by-play of the 4th, 5th, 6th. Zach Egbert here.
Thank you, Jordan. Oaks lead 1-0 as Odekirk swings through the first pitch. That's dropped. It's 0-1 to Alvarez. That 1 run for the Oaks came in the 2nd inning. Raul Sandoval led off with a walk. Tyler Odekirk reached on a fielder's choice, stole second base, and scored on a wild throw. Actually on an error, as Odekirk chops it to the shortstop, picked up, tossed over to first. A nice play by Ruben Mercado for the first out of the inning. So the Blues, who have made a couple bad throws, a couple defensive errors early in this game, a nice play there for the first out of the inning, and that brings up Will Pickett, who's 0 for 1 today, popped out to the catcher. Foul in the 2nd inning. Andrew Alvarez struck out the side in the first. Added 1 more to close the 3rd, so he has 4 strikeouts today as the first pitch is high. It's 1-0. Took along with 2 walks. Game started as a pitcher's duel, and it's continued as such. The 1-0 is low to Pickett's, and it's 2-0. The Oaks looking to win the season series against the Blues as Pickett takes 2-0 in there on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. These teams 3-3 against each other.
And part of the reason why, Zach, is because Travis Weston's gone a whole bunch of times against the Blues.
2-1 is inside, and it's 3-1. Yeah, I think we talked about this last time. The 3 wins for the Oaks against the Blues: Travis Weston, Jacob Flores, Carson Carter. They've had their best guys on the bump every time these two teams have faced off. The 3-1, Pickett is ready to head to first, and it's called a strike on the outer corner. And it's a full count, 3-2 with 1 out. Alvarez getting a good call as Will Pickett is chatting with the ump as he gets some dirt on his hands. Ready to step into the batter's box for this payoff pitch from Alvarez. And he drives it up the middle past the diving Tyson Corio. And that's not an RBI, a single with 1 out for Will Pickett. He's had so many RBI singles lately, I almost emptied myself there.
So quick to the ball, inside out swing. Caught something up in the zone. He didn't miss it. That's what good hitters do. Will Pickett's on first. Conejo's 3rd hit today.
Daniel Krasnick, who walked in the second. Hitting .094 this season. Only 3 hits. All 3 are singles. But a high on-base percentage. Takes the first pitch low and inside. And Miles Emerson out to chat with Andrew Alvarez. So the Oaks 1 out, up 1-0. So far today a run on now 2 hits. No errors. The Blues, no runs on 3 hits and an error. Both teams have stranded 3 today. The Oaks stranded 2 in the second and 1 in the third. The Blues stranded 1 in the second and 2 in the third. Thanks to some great defense behind Jerry Ramirez. Daniel Krasnick looking for his 4th hit of the season. Alvarez stares at first at Will Pickett and delivers the 1-0. Krasnick fouls it off back, and it's 1-1.
There he is. There's the birthday boy.
So Daniel Krasnick this season, only 3 hits, and yet he is 5th on the Oaks with a .370 on-base percentage. That just tells you
that'll work.
All he does is walk as he saws off that swing, and it's 1-2. Tried to check his swing, couldn't do it. It's a called strike. 1-2, 2 outs to Krasnick. The 1-2 is outside. He doesn't get the call on that pitch, and it's 2-2.
And that's been his strikeout pitch today, the backdoor curveball to right-handed hitters. That one just barely missing, maybe centimeters outside, but Andrew Alvarez has been awfully impressive.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to hit that spot again. 2-2, a pickoff. Pickett is running. He gets caught. The tag applied by Ruben Mercado as he falls off the bag. And the Oaks are caught stealing. And a nice pickoff attempt from the lefty, Andrew Alvarez. Pickett's not a great jump. Only had a couple steps towards second. Tag applied by Mercado as Pickett has a word with Mark Fitzgerald heading off the field.
Well, I think that's the Blues stealing signs. That's the second time they've thrown over on pitches where the Oaks are going. The first time didn't haunt the Oaks. Odekirk actually made it to second, but has to be concerning that the Blues know exactly what's up Mark Fitzgerald, Cody Ramers, and David Solis' sleeves.
The backdoor breaking ball again misses, and it's a full count to Krasnick. Trying to draw possibly another walk as Alvarez steps off. Collects himself. So now it's 2 outs, a full count. Krasnick at the plate. Aaron Suval in the on-deck circle. Trent McKinney in the hole. As the 3-2 to Krasnick, he holds off, and he draws his 2nd walk of the game. 2 at-bats, 2 walks. And the Oaks now will run around with 2 outs and Aaron Suval, who reached on an error in the 2nd inning. That error was the error that allowed Tyler Odekirk to come in to score for the lone run of the game on a a bouncer that Tyson Corio couldn't handle. The first pitch into Suval is in there for a strike, 0-1. Daniel Krasnick, Aaron Suval with the second and third worst averages for Oaks this summer, as the 0-1 misses up and away. It's 1-1. Krasnick hitting 0-94. Aaron Suval hitting 0-71 coming into the game. Only one hit in 14 at-bats. 5 games, so limited appearances for the freshman at CSUN. As 1-1 low in the dirt gets to the backstop, Krasnick heads to second, and he's going to stop there. As that one went way back and out of play, under the backstop, or under the netting. And the backstop is Matt Struther, who is marking pitches today, tosses it back to the dugout. And it's 2-1, and the Oaks now a runner on second. Aaron Suval with a chance for his second RBI of the season for the Oaks.
Yeah, every bag is going to matter in a game like this, which will likely be low scoring with both Alvarez and Ramirez dealing. See if the Oaks can get a clutch hit here.
Suval, and that one is going to drop in the gap in left center field. Krasnick rounds third. He's going to come in to score. Suval heads to second, takes a big turn, trips to get around second, gets back safely. And that's an RBI double for Aaron Suval, his second hit of the season. His second RBI of the season, his first double. A big piece of hitting from the youngster. And the Oaks lead 2-0 here in the top of the fourth. And that ball, it bounced, and the center fielder kind of struggled handling it, Ryan Cole. And even the throw-in wasn't handled well by the second baseman, Dan Stankiewicz.
Yeah, he caught a hanger, shot it into the left field gap. Didn't crush it, but got a lot of it. And it was overrun by Ryan Cole. Caught a bad hop, so then Suval, he saw that, was thinking about third, hustling the entire way. Stumbled after second and had to crawl back in front of the throw. Clutch hit for the Oaks with 2 outs. They haven't gotten a whole lot of those this summer, and it always feels nice when you can deliver for your team. And like I said, every base matters in a game like this. You know, probably, I doubt that Daniel Krasnick scores from first on a double with 2 outs from Suval, but the fact that he was able to get to second on the wild pitch, that's another run for the Oaks in this game. That's a significant play.
Trent McKinney up. Oaks now up 2-0. 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Aaron Suval at second. First pitch into McKinney, and he lines it to the second baseman, Stankiewicz, who handles the hop. Tosses it to first to Nick Hansen for the third out of the inning. But not before a run on 2 hits. No errors, a runner left on base. The Conejo Oaks take a 2-0 lead and an RBI double to left center field for Aaron Suval, his second hit of the season. Come back for the bottom of the fourth on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Hunter Swift, batting lefty, leading off the bottom of the fourth for the SLO Blues. The Oaks lead 2-0. A run in the second and a run in the fourth. A big double from Aaron Suval. after a 2-out walk drawn by Daniel Krasnick. First pitch in from Jerry Ramirez inside, 1-0. Hunter Swift singled in the second. Was one of 2 hits that inning, got to third. So there were 2 on, 1 out before a double play, a line drive, as the 1-0 is inside 2-0. That Tyler Odekirk handled, tossed over to first on a hit and run, doubled up Miles Emerson to end the inning and leave Swift stranded at third. One of 3 runners the Blues have stranded today. Some faulty base running, some faulty defenses. That one is swung on and lined over the Oaks bullpen into the little hill right behind, and it's 2-1.
You know, Zach, people talk about, a guy like Max Scherzer. He's a guy, he'll go 6th for you, but he's going to come out for the 7th inning. He's that horse. He's going to empty the tank.
Definitely.
This is an empty the tank start for Jerry Ramirez.
Absolutely.
Leave it all out there today.
Probably his last start of the season, as 2-1 chopped to Odekirk. He handles it, tosses to first. A nice play for Tyler Odekirk.
Well, I think
first out of the inning.
This is definitely Jerry's last start of the summer.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Coach Elise maybe extends that leash instead of holding him to 5. If his pitch count is good, and we know Coach Elise does track pitch counts in the dugout, it wouldn't surprise me if Ramirez goes 6. We've seen it from him in his Oaks career. He did it in the championship game last year. Why not reward your returning right-hander with a chance to go for a quality start?
TJ Rumfield, first pitch grounds it to Yamashiro, who handles it. Turnaround throw to first. Jerry Ramirez covering. And another stellar play from the first baseman, who can play well over the diamond, Ryan Yamashiro. A turnaround, falling away throw, going away from first base for the second out of the inning.
Ryan Yamashiro does not want to hear from people that he does not look like a first baseman, because you know what? He hits for average. He's hit for power this summer. And guess what? He plays a really good first base, too. Probably better than any Oak out there. He just cut that ball off so far away from the first base bag. He uses his third base athleticism to his advantage and then was able to deliver a strike on the run.
That first pitch is in there for a strike. His range, the range he has at first, the ground he's able to cover is incredible.
It's fun to watch.
He's made plays like that going in. He's made plays like that diving and getting a ball on the outside, as that one is fouled off, 0-2, along the line. I can only remember 1 or 2 times this year that a ball has gotten past him in first, and if it does, it's got to be perfectly placed. He's played well at the hot corner as well at third, made some diving plays. 0-2, 2 outs. Jerry Ramirez looking for a 1-2-3 4th inning. He's not allowed a run on 3 hits today. He's also walked 1 and struck out 1. The 0-2 in. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. On the outside corner, swung on by Miles Emerson. Second strikeout of the day for Jerry Ramirez. And he's gone through 4 scoreless. A 1-2-3 inning for Jerry Ramirez. The Oaks lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Gabe Baldovino, the leadoff hitter, leading off the top of the fifth. The Conejo Oaks leading 2-0. Both runs have come off of Andrew Alvarez, the lefty, who is back out on the hill for the fifth inning. Aaron Suval with an RBI double after a great at-bat from Daniel Krasnick, extending the at-bat, staying alive, drawing a walk, getting to second on a wild pitch as the first pitch up and away, and it's 1-0. So the Oaks, 2 runs on 2 hits today. 2 runs on 3 hits, pardon me, as that one up the middle. Stankiewicz, a great stop. Tries a Jeter-like throw. Falling away, jumping. Not in time. Baldovino speedy beats out the throw for a leadoff infield single. So the Oaks are runner on, nobody out for Jacob Castro.
Yeah, good swing from Baldovino. That should have been into center field, but Dane Stankiewicz made a good play to stop it. Baldovino, plenty of speed, and the Oaks are swinging the bat pretty well today.
Against Andrew Alvarez, who started this contest, striking out the side in the first. Castro, first pitch, unloads on it. Gets under it, and it's high. To the right fielder, Rumfield makes the catch. Tosses it in for the first out of the inning. So Alvarez or Baldovino and Castro swinging early in the at-bat against Alvarez. Wonder if they see something or if that's just the approach. Trying to be aggressive. So Castro 0 for 3 now, and Ryan Yamashiro, who's 0 for 2 so far today, struck out swinging in the first. Rounded to first on an unassisted put out for Nick Hansen. That was in the 3rd inning. Now he's up with a runner on. Takes the first pitch low and away for a ball, 1-0 as the ball rolls away from Miles Emerson. Baldovino, see if he runs. That one trails away. Baldovino's going to head to second. He's going to take a big turnaround second. The throw in from Emerson to second, and Baldovino gets back safely. So once again, a passed ball allows an Oak to get to second base. And Yamashiro up with a runner in scoring position for his second consecutive at-bat. Baldovino at second and a 2-0 count with 1 out. Last inning, a similar occurrence. Daniel Krasnick drew a walk, got to second on a passed ball. Aaron Suval drove him in. Now Yamashiro, one of the Oaks RBI leaders this summer, with a shot here. And he's running. Baldovino is the throw from Emerson as he slides in there. Is in time, and Baldovino is caught at third. A dart from Miles Emerson. The tag from Duke Pahukoa for the second out of the inning. What a cannon from the catcher, Miles Emerson.
Well, Baldovino tested Miles Emerson on the previous play. On the pass ball, he took a big round at second. Emerson was like, hold on, you're not going to third. Threw a dart to second base, almost actually got Baldovino there. Baldovino apparently didn't learn his lesson, and he gets gunned down at third on a lovely throw as that one is chopped foul, 2-2.
And that is an incredibly tough play because it's not the normal step up, throw it forward. You have to step up. He had to shift to the left to get it past Ryan Yamashiro. Fired it in. Beautiful tag from Pahukoa, and Baldovino is speedy. What a great play on defense as Yamashiro takes the 2-2 on the outside corner. Andrew Alvarez, smooth like butter.
And by the way, Zach, before we go to a break, that is the 4th runner Emerson has thrown out. So 8 out of 12 runners against him. That's a very good mark for that catcher. He's got a special arm. That was a special play.
And that is the inning, the 5th strikeout of the game for Andrew Alvarez, the first since the 3rd when he struck out Raul Sandoval, looking to close that inning. So the Oaks get a leadoff single, and Miles Emerson gets him with his hand in the cookie jar at third. No runs on a hit, no errors, no runners left on base for the Oaks, who still lead 2-0, as it looks like it'll still be Jay Ramirez in the bottom of the 5th. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Duke Pahukoa leading off the bottom of the fifth. The Oaks lead 2-0. After an exciting top of the fifth, some action on the base paths.
It's been a fun game.
Absolutely. These games are always fun between these two teams. Jerry Ramirez, first pitch, swing him at Pahukoa. Into the right center gap, and McKinney gets to it. Easily makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Jerry Ramirez today. No runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, now 2 strikeouts. First batter of the game, he struck out swinging, and to close the fourth, he got Miles Emerson swinging.
Number 9.
He's retired now 5 batters in a row after that fly out by Duke Pahukoa, and Nick Hansen, who has 1 single today, one of the 3 hits. Now up to the plate. The first pitch outside, 1-0.
First pitch from Ramirez has done an excellent job managing his pitch count so far.
The 1-0 inside. Hansen backs off, and it's 2-0. You mentioned earlier today, Jordan, that Jerry Ramirez is a horse. He's gone at least 5 innings 4 different times for the Oaks this summer, starting with his second start against the Foresters and his next 3 starts. He's gone 5 innings twice, 6 innings twice, and the 2-0's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1.
And one of his best games came against San Luis Obispo in a 6-inning outing. Gave up 4 runs, but only 1 was earned. That was back on June 18th.
Gave up only 5 hits in those 6 innings.
Pardon me, that was on the 25th. 3 runs, only 1 earned.
And that one is up and in, and plunks Nick Hansen on his left shoulder. Ducked away from it. And he takes first. So now Jerry Ramirez, 3 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. Took along with his 2 strikeouts. And the Blues with a runner on base. Dang Stankiewicz up to the plate. Sack bunted. Nick Hansen over to second in the third. So far today, every Blues batter that has reached base has either been caught stealing, doubled up, or left on. First pitch into Stankiewicz is a fastball and a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Stankiewicz. So Nick Hansen, the only Blue to reach base. Both at bats so far today as we get to the bottom of the order for the second time. 1 out, 0-1 to Stankiewicz. Ramirez tosses it in, and that one's looped into right. McKinney comes in to make the catch, and he will double up Nick Hansen on the hit and run. So the hit and run goes disastrously for the San Luis Obispo Blues. Trent McKinney makes a catch on a lightly hit. Pop up into right, tosses over to first as Hansen was already heading around second towards third. And once again, Jerry Ramirez leaves a runner. Well, doesn't leave a runner stranded, but the Blues get a runner on, a hit by pitch with 1 out, and they can't do anything with it. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Jerry Ramirez is through 5 scoreless innings. And the Oaks lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Raul Sandoval in the cleanup spot today. Leading off the top of the sixth, the Oaks lead 2-0 after a disastrous hit and run on the part of Nick Hansen. Got doubled up. 9-3 to end the fifth inning, and the first pitch in from Alvarez, who looking for his sixth inning of work. Fouled off by Sandoval. 0-1. Sandoval singled in the second. Grounded, or was caught on a fielder's choice. Tyler Odekirk grounded into a 1-6 fielder's choice. In an inning where the Oaks ended their first run as that one is dribbled and it rolls just a little bit foul along the first baseline, although he was wheeling and dealing trying to get to first on that slow roller. And it's 0-2 to Sandoval. Sandoval this season, I chatted with him earlier today, as you mentioned, has 10 RBIs. 5 of them came in the first 6 games, and 4 of them have come in the last 9 games. So he's gotten hot as of late. A lot of that has to do with the help from Cody Rimmer, Mike Scioscia, but a lot of that also has to do with Raul Sandoval, who's been relentless this summer. He's been open to change, and it's paid dividends. Getting to curveballs quicker, being able to approach pitches better. And the 0-2 into Sandoval. He takes that one on the low inside corner, the curveball. Andrew Alvarez drops the hammer on him. The first strike of the inning. Second strikeout of the day for Raul Sandoval. Both of them looking. And the 6th of the day for Andrew Alvarez. The second straight batter retired by the strikeout. Ryan Yamashiro struck out looking to close the 5th. And Sandoval strikes out looking to open the 6th. Tyler Odekirk was 0 for 2 but scored a run in the second inning. Takes the first pitch low, and it's 1-0. Odekirk in the second. Grounded into a fielder's choice. Stole second, scored a run on an error by the second baseman Dane Stankiewicz. As he takes 1-0 up and in, and it's 2-0. Tyler Odekirk getting .255 this season. Coming into the game. Scored his 18th run in this game, which is second on the Oaks behind only Nico Lima. As 2-0 misses up and away, and it's 3-0 from Andrew Alvarez. Yeah. 3-0 in there for a strike. 3-1. So the Oaks so far today, 2 runs on 4 hits. Is that one? Ground ball to the second baseman, tosses over to first for the second out of the inning. An easy play for Dane Stankiewicz. And there are 2 down for Andrew Alvarez, who is looking to get through the 6th inning. Will Pickett, who singled his last time up in the 4th inning. A line drive single up the middle, and he was caught stealing, picked off by Andrew Alvarez on a nice pickoff move. That was in the 4th. In the inning where the Oaks scored their second run as the first pitch in drops in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Pickett. Zach Engberg here alongside Jordan Brenner. Emily Hilsinger on production.
And happy to be here.
Absolutely. There's that one. Fouled off by Will Pickett, so it's 0-2. Here at Sinsheimer Park, San Luis Obispo. Beautiful stadium. Beautiful park. Beautiful city. Nice backdrop with some hills. Packed house today for Oaks Blues. The last matchup, the rubber match between these 2 clubs. 0-2, 2 outs into Pickett's. Grounded just a little bit, fouled on the third baseline. Mark Fitzgerald avoids it just barely.
Yeah, he thought about it. Left hand out, about to make the play. Ah, no thank you. Spun out of trouble. No glove.
The baseball instincts kick in there.
Yeah, you don't want to take a roller to the forearm or something and get a bruise.
He's had a couple instances this season where he's had to avoid line drives or shots. Third base. I remember one instance at the Academy Barons. I remember talking with him afterwards. Just how did that thing came flying at him? He said he was scared.
Yeah. Well, he's a smart guy. He knows he doesn't need to take any unnecessary liners.
0-2. Runs high, and it's 1-2. Andrew Alvarez looking to get through 6 innings. Jeremy is likely to come out as 1-2 fouled off on a check swing by Will Pickett, and it stays 1-2. The Oaks, this will be their third to last game of the season tomorrow at home, 4:30 p.m. from Sparky Anderson Field. You can catch that game right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network against the Arroyo Seco Saints, who will be the third playoff team from the Southern Division. And then 6 p.m. on Tuesday against the Academy Barons as 1-2 runs inside in the dirt. Miles Emerson can't handle it, and it's 2-2. And despite not making the playoffs, Jordan, it would be really nice to see the Oaks finish the season against 3 really good teams, the Blues, the Saints, and the Barons, who've been competitive against the Oaks this season on a winning note. As that one is popped into right, TJ Rumfield comes in. He'll make the play as he shades towards the right field foul line for the third out of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning, a strikeout, a ground out, and a flyout. Andrew Alvarez is through 6. But the Oaks lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jerry Ramirez looking to go 6 for the third time this season. And you'll catch it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Jerry Ramirez back out again for his 6th inning of work. 5 scoreless so far. Now Ryan Cole, the leadoff hitter, leading off the 6th inning. The Oaks lead 2-0 over the Blues. That one fouled off by Cole on a bunt attempt, and it's 0-1. Jerry Ramirez so far today. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. He has been stellar in what will be his final start of the season. So far this year, his best start.
At least so far. And he's got more in the tank. He's kept his pitch count relatively low. Yeah. We don't know an exact number, but we do know that it is low.
It's been quick. Now 1-0-1 dropped in and misses. And it's 1-1. Cole 0 for 2 today, struck out swinging in the first. Flew out to center in the third. Jerry Ramirez has faced the minimum in 2 consecutive innings. Is that one? Dribbled to Odekirk at second. He handles it, tosses to first for the first out of the inning. 4-3. Odekirk to Yamashiro. And Cole is retired for the 3rd consecutive time today. Ruben Mercado, who's 0 for 1. Walked in the third, flew out to right in the first. He was stranded in the third, one of 2 runners stranded in that inning. One of 3 stranded today by the Blues. Nobody has crossed home plate today. First pitch touches the outside corner, 0-1. been a little bit of everything today from Jerry Ramirez. He's had great control. The fastball has been working. The breaking ball has been working. And there again, the curveball drops in, and it's 0-2. Good defense. Some shoddy base running. Some questionable base running decisions by the Blues. And it's all come together for a great outing for the big righty. The workhorse for the Oaks this summer. 0-2, 1 out. He tosses it in that one to the shortstop. Gabe Baldovino tosses it to first for the second out of the inning. So Jerry Ramirez quickly rolling through this 6th inning so far. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, you can see Jerry Ramirez just getting into his groove right now. He's got plenty more in the tank. The fastball has some great action on it. He's getting ground ball after ground ball. And add on to that, when you have the curveball working, he's a tough pitcher to square up.
No, I believe no Oaks player has gone into the 7th inning this season.
You would be correct.
First pitch in, misses inside, 1-0. We've seen Flores go 6. We've seen Jerry go 6 a couple of times. We've seen Ma work into the 6th. So we will see if he gets to this 6th inning with a low pitch count still, if Coach Lees will keep Jerry Ramirez in there in the 7th. But he has to get through this batter. Tyson Corio, as that one is grounded to Yamashiro, but a little bit foul along the first base line. And it's 1-1 to Corio. Corio today 0 for 2. 4-3 ground out in the first. Fly out to left in the third. Now he's up with 2 outs. Jerry Ramirez. 1-1 count. Down 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 in. And that one line right past Gabe Baldovino. Into left field for a 2-out single, his first hit of the day. Only the 4th hit of the day for the San Luis Obispo Blues. Jerry Ramirez will not face the minimum in 3 straight innings, as Hunter Swift, who is a dangerous hitter from the left side, is up.
Yeah, big spot here. We see some activity starting in the Oaks bullpen, but I don't think anybody's up yet. Just some stretching. I like this meeting from Daniel Krasnick here. Understands what type of hitter Hunter Swift is. And Tyson Corio just squared one up. Coach Solis out to the mound, too. Jerry's a pitcher who responds to feedback from his catchers and his head coaches. He's not one of those pitchers who says, you know, I know what I'm doing. I don't need any help. He welcomes the feedback, and there's a big spot here. The whole infield going to come in and join in on the fun.
Hunter Swift, who was 1 for 2 today, had a single in the second. But he has been the best, most consistent hitter this season for the Blues. Hitting .362 this year, 25 RBIs, 21 runs. The Blues have played a little bit of an extended schedule. They played a lot of games early on this season. Played a lot of non-CCL teams, a lot of affiliate teams. So Swift, the numbers are going to be a little bit inflated, but that .362, that tracks. So he's up. Hunter Swift, Tyson Corio at first. Corio, 13 stolen bases, which is good for second on this team. And the first pitch into Swift misses on the outside corner, and it's 1-0.
A changeup this time for Jerry Ramirez. Hunter Swift has a single to center field today and a ground out. So he's seen the ball pretty well. Jerry trying to start him with a little bit with a pitch that's a little unusual.
That one drops and misses again, and it's 2-0 to Swift.
Yeah, back to the fastball there, and now behind 2-0. And a little bit of a hole here. Has to find the zone on this pitch.
You want to be careful against Swift. We've seen him do damage against the Oaks, and if he gets on, TJ Rumfield is next. Rumfield not as great a hitter, but still dangerous as Corio. A hit and run, and that gets through the left side. Corio is going to round second. Stop quickly as the throw in from Suval. Not in time to get Corio, who was way off the bag at second. Was about a third of the way to third. Heads back. The dart in from Suval not in time. And now 2 consecutive 2-out hits from the number 3 and number 4 hitter in this order. And TJ Rumfield, who is 0 for 2 today, but has 19 RBIs this season. Good for third on the team, is up to the plate with 2 speedy men for the Blues on base.
Yeah, this is Ramirez's inning to finish, but nervous time for Conejo. Got to buckle down if you're Ramirez here.
Holding on to a light 2-0 lead as that one misses high, and it's 1-0. So Jerry quickly got the first 2 outs of the inning. A 4-3 ground out to Ryan Cole, a 6-3 to Ruben Mercado, and Tyson Corio with a 2-out single, and now Hunter Swift on the hit and run. Gets a single as Tyson Corio is going to be running. That one fouled off by Rumfield. 1-1.
That's an aggressive call. Hit and run with a runner on second base. Dale Marple understanding he's probably going to get some of the better Oaks relievers today. Jerry in the 6th inning, you got to make something happen. If you get a gapper, you want Swift scoring from first base, so he started the runners there.
It's about as good of a spot they're going to have all day as Jerry Ramirez is going to step off. Called time. 2 runners on. Your 5-hole hitter up against a guy who is running at the end of his last outing of the year. This is the best time of the day for the Blues to take advantage. 1-1, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Oaks leading 2-0. Bottom of the 6th. That one, breaking ball drops in and misses, and it's 2-1 to Rumfield.
Yeah, Jerry, now he's starting to look a little bit fatigued in this inning. Has lost a lot of his command, especially of that off speed. Let's see if we can finish this outing off on a good note.
Jerry Ramirez hasn't started since July 2nd. His last 2 outings have been relief appearances. As that one is popped up by Rumfield, jammed him. Infield fly. Third baseman comes in. Will Pickens makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So the Blues get 2 2-out singles, and they can't do anything with it. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Jerry Ramirez finishes 5 scoreless innings, 6 scoreless innings. The Oaks lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 7th inning, and you'll catch it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Kai Janowitz replacing Andrew Alvarez. After Alvarez 6 innings of work, Daniel Krasnick up to the plate. Oaks leading 2-0 in for play-by-play for the remainder of this close contest. I have Jordan Brenner. Jordan.
Thanks, Zach. Great job for the middle innings. Exciting game today. Oaks and Blues, Sinsheimer Park. Sunshine out. Fans at the ballpark. Andrew Alvarez is done today. 6 innings, 4 hits, couple runs. Only the one was earned. 3 walks, 6 Ks. Daniel Krasnick to lead off the 7th. And the pitch in is low and inside. Kai Janowitz, the new pitcher. High 80s on a fastball with a cutter, curveball, changeup combination. Headed to UC Davis at a high school, Mission Viejo. And it's now 2-0 to Kras. He's 0 for today, but he's 0 for 0. His 2 plate appearances, 2 walks. He's also scored a run. That came in the 4th. Oaks clinging right now. They're up 2-0. They'd love more to support Jerry Ramirez's 6 strong. Fly ball, right field. This one in foul territory now. Hansen has a look. It leaks out of play. 2 balls a strike. First run of the game came in the 2nd inning for the Oaks. After Raul Sandoval led off with a single, Odekirk reached first on a fielder's choice as Sandoval was gunned at second. And then the second out of the inning came on a pop-up. Daniel Krasnick then walked. And Tyler Odekirk later scored on an error by Dane Stankiewicz, the second baseman, as Aaron Suval grounded it over there. Counts now 2-2 as that pitch is in. So let's see if the Oaks have more. The next run came in the 4th inning. Daniel Krasnick scored on Aaron Suval's gapper to left field. And the 2-2 misses low. That looked like the cutter. And it is full to Kras. See if he can get another walk. That'd be his 3rd of the day. CCL leaders in on-base percentage. Right around 500. Krasnick now walks a 3rd time. It's about as quiet a day as you can have, reaching base 3 different times. But Daniel Krasnick doing the little things for this team. He's on base again to lead off the 7th, and here comes Aaron Suval, who's swinging a hot bat today.
So officially no at-bats, but he's been on base all 3 times, and he's scored a run and a couple of really good at-bats, even though none of them official.
Suval, a mighty rip, but he misses it. And it's 0-1 on a fastball away. Kai Janowitz, 25 2/3. Pardon me, 25 1/3 innings this summer. His ERA is 3.20. The 0-1, Suval takes low. It's 1-1. He struck out 23, walked 13. He is from SLO. It's a 1-1 count to Suval. Inching off first, Krasnick. Now the 1-1 pitch. Low, snap throw to first. Krasnick back in with a head first dive. It's 2-1. The Oaks have seen Kai Janowitz on 2 separate occasions. On the 23rd of June and on the 17th of July. In 4 innings, he's given up 1 earned run against the Oaks. That came last time on the 17th. Rolled foul, 2-2. This one on the right field side. On the 17th, in those 3 innings of 1-run baseball, 33 strikes, 18 balls. Struck out 3, gave up a couple hits, and walked a batter. Both hits were singles. Now the 2-2. The righty sets and steps off. Plenty of room in right center field. See Ryan Cole shaded about, 40 feet left of dead center from our vantage point. Swing and a miss. Suval down on strikes. An out here in the 7th inning. 7th strikeout for the Blues pitching staff today.
The right fielder and center fielder head back to their, at least closer to their original positioning. What I'm thinking is the last time the Suval was up, he dropped a ball right around a little bit to the right of where he was placed. And he didn't quite take a great route to get to it, trying to make sure that wasn't the case.
9-hole for Trent McKinney. Pitch in, line down the left field line. That's in play. A fair ball. Krasnick rounds second. He'll stand there and stay there. 2 on, 1 out. Trent McKinney. That's a big hit. He has been struggling recently. 0 for 2 yesterday. The day before, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And the day before that, 0 for 4. So Trent McKinney, no hits since the last time the Oaks played the Saints. A game where he had 2 hits. He breaks a long 0 for, and the Oaks, well, they start the party off here in the 7th inning. Gabe Baldovino up now. So first and second. And here's the pitch. Baldovino takes low and away. 1-0. McKinney's on first. Coming in for Krasnick on second is Steele Ledford pinch running. So we'll see a new defensive catcher. Ledford, Coach Lee's wanting some speed for that insurance run. Now the set. A check of Ledford and the pitch in. Swing and a miss. 1-1 on a curveball in the dirt. Gorgeous day. Sun not setting yet. Still no clouds in sight. A few miles away from the Pacific.
A little bit of a different feel today. We're used to the 1 o'clock starts on a Sunday afternoon. Today a little later on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get to catch the sunset as we're leaving.
That'll be awesome.
Absolutely.
Always spectacular here in San Luis Obispo. So the count is 1-1, not like the board reads 2-0. And that one's low. It is 2-1 now. Oaks trying to break the season series and win the season series. 4-3 over SLO. The Blues have finished off their road schedule. They'll play one more CCL game tomorrow. The 2-1, swinging a foul behind home. This one off of the press box. And a thundering noise.
One of the closest times we've come this year to catching a ball, and even that was about 30 feet to the right of us.
So 2 strikes against Baldovino here with a 2-2 count against him. Ledford off second. McKinney on first. Plenty of speed. Stankiewicz keeping Ledford close at second. A curveball drops in away. And the count is now filled up. So we'll see if the Oaks start their runners here with a 3-2. Mark Fitzgerald making the call. He's the third base coach. Big leads, runners both go. The pitch is outside. The bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning for Janowitz. And they're loaded for Jacob Castro, who's looking for his first hit today. Dan Marple, a slow jog out to the mound.
They're loaded, and that's a lot of speed on the base pass. Steele Ledford can fly. Trent McKinney can fly. Gabe Baldovino leads the team in stolen bases.
He can fly.
Absolutely.
They all can fly.
Jacob Castro, who very nearly had one of the biggest hits of the season for the Oaks 2 days ago against the OC Riptide. Down 5-4 in the top of the 9th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Missed possibly a bases clearing double or triple into the left center field on a stellar diving play by Chad Crosby to close the game. Now he's in a spot here. Top of the 7th, Oaks hanging on to a 2-0 lead, 1 out, bases loaded. He can redeem himself, possibly put the Oaks up by 4 or even 5 runs.
So the fans, they settle in for this big spot here. Oaks could blow this game out of proportion right here. He's 0 for 3 today, Castro is. The bases are loaded, 1 out. Janowitz peers in for his sign. He's on the bump. Winds and fires. The pitch is low. Emerson has to block it with a backhand. It's 1-0. In yesterday's contest, Jacob Castro was relieved by Daniel Krasnick in the 6th. He lines one into right field, a base hit. Ledford scores. McKinney right behind him. The third of the plate is high and off the mark. It's the Oaks 4 and the Blues nothing. A 2-run RBI single for Jacob Castro. This game's wide open.
Not a very hard hit ball, but popped in to right center, drops in there safely. And then you see the wheels on Ledford and McKinney. McKinney was running the whole way. Got in safely on what was kind of a really high throw from Rumfield. It's a big hit from Jacob Castro.
RBIs 13 and 14, and the inning isn't over. 2 in scoring position and out for Ryan Yamashiro, who's 0 for 3. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Ryan Yamashiro, no stranger to the big hit here in SLO. They're shading him slightly towards the left side. We know Yamashiro has that spray potential. High chopper to third. It's going to be a play at the plate. Pauco throws home, and Baldovino's tagged out by Emerson. Castro goes to third. Yamashiro to first on a 5-2 fielder's choice. Heads up play by the third baseman for the Blues, and they're 2 away. Runners on the corners for Raul Sandoval.
Baldovino did his best to avoid the tag, couldn't quite get there. But the Oaks still a chance to put up a coveted crooked number. Runners on the corners. Raul Sandoval, one of the Oaks' best hitters as of late.
4 runs for the Oaks compared to nothing. Swing and a tapper foul. Looks like Sandoval a little bit early for an off-speeder. So the Oaks put up 2 runs against Janowitz, the 3rd time they see him this summer. Looks like they finally made the adjustment against him. Runners on the corners. And here is the 0-1 pitch. Blown away. We got Sandoval lay off that pitch. Curveball low and outside. A pitch that he has just been torn apart by this summer. I mean, sometimes it just clicks. And that's what's happened for Sandoval past couple of weeks. A ball strike, here it is. Blown away again, 2-1. Through the struggles, Raul Sandoval has remained a constant force defensively for the Oaks. And we expect big things from him in the future. Now the 2-1 with 2 outs. Swinging a ground ball through the right side. That's his second base hit today. An RBI knock as Castro scores from third. It's a crooked number here in the 7th. The Oaks take a 5-0 lead.
And we've seen the Oaks a lot of times this season not be able to take advantage of opportunities. Not the case here. 3 runs in this inning so far. A couple of big base hits. First by Castro. There by Sandoval. You like to see it top down in the order. Tyler Odekirk now with a shot to drive in maybe another run. Put this game even more wide open.
Odekirk now. Breaking ball outside. It's 1-0. Tyler reached in the second on a fielder's choice. It's a weird fielder's choice. Went 1-6. He's also grounded out to shortstop and second. Swing and a miss at the 1-0. That looked like a cutter below the knees. So already a big inning for the Oaks. Jerry Ramirez in line for the win today. Looking for his second win on the summer. This could be another hit. Shallow to center. It drops in for another hit. Yamashiro scores. The throw to third. Sandoval slides in. The ball gets away from Paukoa. And Sandoval is also awarded home. 2 more runs across. It's the Oaks 7 and the Blues nothing.
So Odekirk gets to third on the little bloop single. 5 runs in the inning. And I got to say, Jordan, I have not seen... The Oaks offense has been scuffling as of late. No Nico Lima in the lineup today. This is the best inning that I've seen the Oaks put up offensively in a long while. And it's come in a big spot. against the reliever. Andrew Alvarez went through 6 innings, was great, and Kai Janowitz has come in and given up 5, with still 1 out to go here in the top of the 7th.
Will Pickett's the 9th Oak hitter to the batter's box in this inning as he takes one outside. Started off with a walk and a strikeout. And a single, another walk, another single. All told, 3 hits in the inning and 5 runs. A strike on the outside corner, a ball and a strike. What an inning for the Oaks, a feel-good inning. After struggling to put up runs all of yesterday, the 1-1 is blown away, 2-1. Truly, this isn't the A-plus lineup for the Oaks. And if you're looking at this starting lineup at the beginning of the year, the Oaks are missing their 3 best hitters in Nico Lima, Justin Ammons, and Kevin Graham.
Yeah.
And the 2-1 is low again, 3-1. So to be able to patch a lineup together filled with a number of junior college players, more than almost any other team in the CCL, maybe more than any team in the CCL, and to put up a 5-run 7th, a 7-run ball game, and to shut out your opponent, it's got to feel great. Pickett fouls off this one. Behind home, up near the press box, the count is full. Appreciate you joining us, Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. We got a good one for you today. At the top of the 7th, Sinsheimer Park, which is just a little bit quieter than it was an inning ago. Ground ball to the left side. This should end the inning. Pauko to first, 5-3. But the Oaks, they bring 9 to the plate. Here in the 7th, they score 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave a runner on. It's the Oaks 7, the Blues nothing. Blowout here in SLO. Bottom 7 when we return on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. And Jerry Ramirez out for his season-high 7th inning of work. Miles Emerson is the leadoff hitter. He takes a fastball away. It's 1-0. Now 2-0 as that fastball misses up and tight. Feels like a weight lifted off of the shoulder for everybody in the Oaks organization. The 2-0 pitch is blown away. It's 3-0. Coach Elise rewarding Jerry for his dominant first 6 innings of shutout baseball with a 7th inning of work in what will likely be his last start of the summer. Feels like the Oaks have been blown out quite a few times the past couple weeks. It's Nice to be on the other side of one for once. And the 3-0 is in there on the outside corner. 7 runs, 8 hits for the Oaks. No runs. And 5 hits for the Blues. Grounded to second on the 3-1. Odekirk sidearm toss. And it is Yamashiro on the bag for out number 1. Ramirez's pitch count, we received word, is in such good shape that if he wanted to,
he could go 9.
Yeah, I don't know about 9, but maybe into the 8th. I doubt it. It's probably not worth it in a 7-0 game, but last start of the summer, you throw everything out of the window.
Exactly.
Duke Pahukoa doubled off on a line drive to second in the 2nd. Flew out to right field in the 5th. This is his 3rd at-bat. Jerry collects, and the pitch is lifted out to shallow center field. This is a can of corn and a catch. 2 gone. So 2 quick ones for Jerry Ramirez here in the bottom of the 7th inning. I mean, when's the last time the Oaks felt this comfortable with a lead this season? Maybe not ever. This might be the biggest, most comfortable feeling late in a game that the Oaks have had all summer, and this is the 3rd to last game. Swing and a foul. See how they play with this newly found freedom. I mean, truly no pressure. Playoffs, over. Not going to make it. 7-run lead. Got to feel good for the guys. Now the no ball, 1 strike pitch, 2 outs. Jerry looking for his 7th scoreless inning. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
We were talking about halfway through the season about how the Oaks needed to pick up an easy win, and really a wire-to-wire win. And really, this is, as you mentioned, the first time all season. And it only came late, a 5 spot in the 7th, and now they have this big lead.
0-2. Ramirez looking for his 3rd strikeout. Peers in for his sign, kicks and offers. Popped up inside the infield. This should end the inning. Odekirk called off by McKinney in from right field. Jerry Ramirez is through 7 shutout frames. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And we're back for the 8th after this. Oaks 7, Blues nothing on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. We're back for the 8th inning. Zach Camico off the bench to face the new pitcher, Gabe Constantine. A right-handed pitcher who has dealt to the tune of a 5.40 ERA and 18 1/3. He's given up 20 hits, 24 strikeouts, 7 walks. Pardon me, 11 walks. So Camico pinch hitting. He's in the game for Daniel Krasnick. So actually Camico came in and played defense last inning. Swings and grounds one, and the count's 1-1. Camico's been a doubles doubles maniac. I don't know. He's hit a lot of doubles. The 1-1 is high and away.
A double debonair. No, that's not it.
Double
Is
trouble.
it? There you go.
He's hitting .224, 5 doubles, 6 singles, and he fouls that one off. It's 2-2. The Oaks, they got a run of the second, a run of the fourth, clung to a 2-0 lead before they chased Kai Janowitz last inning. Well, he finished off the inning, but not before 5 runs on 4 hits. Looks like Camico just got beamed on the elbow or arm. That one, you could hear it from all the way up here. A leadoff base runner. Camico shakes it off.
So the catcher's in the 7-hole today, Jordan. 3 walks and a hit by pitch.
That works.
That's what you want to see, and a run. 2 runs, actually, technically.
Absolutely. Steele Ledford came in and pinch ran. He actually gets credit for that run. But still, out of the 7-hole, 0 for 0, 4 times on, and 2 runs. Aaron Suval takes a strike on the outside corner from Constantine. Janowitz walked 2 batters and struck out 1. 5 earned against him. So the lefty Constantine offers, and that one's fouled off. It's now 0-2. Gabe Constantine sets in an 0-2 count with a runner on. His pitch is low and outside. Plays for the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Saw a season high of innings in 2019 when he went 2 against Cal State University Bakersfield. Misses on an off speed, and it's 2-2. Struck out 3 batters against Oklahoma State this past year on February the 16th. And an 0.87 ERA and 10 1/3. So what a season. Though he still struggled walking batters. Elevates Suval and strikes him out with a fastball. That one's swinging. And that is the 8th strikeout for the Blues pitching staff.
Elevates and celebrates.
Nice. I like that one. So 1 out. Now Trent McKinney singled and scored in the 7th, and he takes low and away. That was a big hit for the Oaks. First hit of the 5-run inning. McKinney is slightly open in stance, and the 1-0 is called a strike. It's always the Oaks will, unless a last-minute change, will be headed to in and out after this game. Swing and a pop-up inside the infield. Stankiewicz sizes it up. He makes the catch. 2 away. So they drive all the way up to SLO. Long day at the ballpark. Win or loss, in and out is the tradition.
I wonder what movie we'll watch on the way back.
Oh, that's a good one. So if we're watching Pitch Perfect off a loss, Maybe we watch a drama after a win.
Well, I saw
Breaking
the
ball.
options.
Pardon me, first strike to Baldovino.
The options were Fever Pitch, great movie about it's a romantic comedy set during the Boston Red Sox 2004 comeback.
Foul back. It's 0-2.
There's also Invincible, which is the movie about Mark Wahlberg, who earned a spot on a 1970s Eagles team that was coached by Dick Vermeil. He was a teacher, and he tried out. And then there's Rocky Balboa. I'm hoping for Rocky Balboa personally, but
Dave Baldovino a single in today's game, takes 0-2 low and away. Struck out looking in the first, walked in the third. Also walked in the seventh. The single came back in the fifth. Despite being on 3 times and the Oaks scoring 7 runs, he hasn't scored himself. Was thrown out at third in the fifth and at home in the seventh. And was stranded at third in the third. Grounds went to third. Paukoa to first. 5-3 to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left. Oaks up 7-0 to the bottom of the 8th. We go on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bottom 8, Clay Rickerman into the game. And everybody hold on to your seats. This is going to be a fun line to read off for Jerry Ramirez. 7 innings, shutout baseball. And he only gave up 5 hits. No runs, of course. He walked a batter in the 3rd inning. And that was it. That was the only walk he gave up. He struck out 2. So hats off to Jerry for delivering by far the best start the Oaks have seen this summer.
And he stranded 5 runners. So he either got, in the second, stranded a runner, got a double play. In the third, stranded 2 runners. In the 5th, got a double play. In the 6th, stranded 2 runners.
Resilient outing. Clay Rickerman trying to hand Jerry his first win in a while.
Leading off for the Blues in the bottom of the 8th inning.
If the Oaks finish off this win, Jerry will move to 1. I believe it'll be 2 and 4. Looks like our stats are messed up online. We'll get you the official record as soon as we can. Anyway, Rickerman on the hill at a Cal Lutheran, and the righty offers. This one fouled off left side and out of play. So we believe that'll be the 2nd win for Jerry Ramirez this summer. Dane Stankiewicz, the hitter, 0 for 2. And Rickerman gives him the change. And it's not a loose change. It's a tight change on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Clay Rickerman, the only Oaks pitcher with a save this summer. The 0-2 pitch is low and outside. Rickerman a 3.04 ERA. He's given up 7 runs on the summer, 2-1 record. 5 strikeouts, 9 walks. Ahead 1-2 to Stankiewicz. Kicks and delivers. A check swing. Did he go? No, he did not break his wrist, says our third base umpire. 2-2. Despite the deficit, still plenty of fans out here enjoying the sunshine, toughing it out till the end. You know, in SLO they have so many in-game traditions up here. 2-2 pitch, swing and a line drive to left center. This will probably get down. Suval on his horse, tracks it down and makes the catch. Showing off the speed in the gap. 1 away in the 8th.
That was a really nice play. He made a similar one earlier today, going to the left side into foul territory. Ran that one down in there, showing off the speed to the other way.
Yeah, he's got a good arm out there. We know he's a pitcher. He can touch 90. At that age, he also has those good defensive instincts, and that was a clean route to the baseball. And add on to that, he has a double and has reached base twice today. Off the plate to Ryan Cole. It's 1-0. So for 3, a fly out, a ground out, a strikeout, swinging. And the 1-0. In there. 1-1. Among the traditions, you got the tennis ball toss. I forget what inning it comes in. But they set a bucket out right near home plate. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Slider outside. Everybody gets, well, anybody who pays for it, they get a tennis ball, they set up a bucket behind home, and all these fans, all at once, they lob the tennis ball. And the 1-2 pitch is low and outside. Rickerman wastes a slider, 2-2. Whoever gets it closest to the bucket or in the bucket, I think today we saw somebody throw it in the bucket, wins a prize. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, slider called strike 3. He struck him out with a slider. And there's 2 gone in the 8th.
I don't know about you, Jordan, but I like my sliders all beef, grass-fed, free range. That was a nice one there.
2 away in the 8th for Ruben Mercado, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. That's one of your better ones, Zach.
You know, I got to say, back to the bucket, that's another one of those rigged carnival games, man.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1 to Mercado. They also have all the kids in the ballpark. They take their shoes.
This one's fun.
And they throw them out somewhere in left field. They spread them around. The 0-1, another strike. Clay Rickerman just dealing here. They take the kids out. They tell them, find your shoes, and then I believe they run back into foul territory. It's a pretty simple game, but it's very, very amusing. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with another slider. A 1-2-3 8th for Clay Rickerman. And how about the Conejo Oaks pitching staff today? 8 shutout innings. And we're on to the 9th. Top 9. And the Oaks will bring up Jacob Casher, Ryan Yamashiro, Raul Sandoval when we come back on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Inning number 9 from Sinsheimer Park in San Luis Obispo. It's all Conejo, 7-0. They'll try and tack on even more. Jacob Castro, 2-run single his last time up. Really got the party started. Well, actually just broke the game open. I guess he was the guy who made the party better. Swings and fouls one out of play.
The catalyst.
Yeah, the catalyst. And if, I don't know, I guess he's the one who brought the case of beer to the party.
Whoa.
Obviously
Whoa.
not. I
Whoa
wouldn't
there,
be in
Jordan.
attendance there. I wouldn't be in attendance at this particular party as that ball is inside. At least not for another 11 months.
Whoa there, Jordan. All right. This is children watching, I think.
The 1-1. And this one's fouled behind home, and it will get out of play. It's 1-2. What an inning it was in the 8th inning for Clay Rickerman. We'll probably see him in the bottom of the 9th.
Going for a 6-out save, his 5th of the season.
Not sure if that's going to be ruled a save or not with the Oaks up by 7. We'll get clarification.
Yeah, CCL
on that.
rules.
Yeah. The 2-2. This one's fouled off. Appreciate you joining us on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. 3-person team. Jordan Brenner, Zach Engberg, Emily Hilsinger. 2-2 count to Castro. He is 1 for 4. Constantine offers a slider. A little sprinkler to the left side of the infield. It chases Duke Paukoa back to the edge of the outfield grass, or the cut of the grass. And he brings it in for out number 1. So a pop-up, and there's one away. We receive official word on the tennis ball toss. If you get it in the bucket near home, you're going home with an $80 value. Season tickets. This one low inside of Yamashiro. Scored after reaching on a 5-2 fielder's choice in the 7th. He's 0 for 4, though. If nobody makes it in the bucket, as the 0-1 is delivered in, and called a strike, nobody makes it in, the closest tennis ball gets $25. Nothing in 2 and out. The pitch bounces and gets away from Emerson. So 1-2 to Yamashiro.
Okay, so I'm going to...
Some of their other mid-inning, mid-game, I guess, activities. They have the puppet horse race in right field.
It was a blowout today.
As that pitch misses 2-2. Yeah, they have pictures of horses on a stick, and I think they have 3 interns run out in the outfield behind the wall. 2-2 misses low, counts full. They hold their sticks up. It looks like these horses racing around the outfield. They only go halfway. Yeah, today it was a blowout, but sometimes you see excitement that can rival a Kentucky Derby. Full count, pitch misses. Yamashiro hustles to first as Emerson doesn't catch it. And he holds that first with a 1-out walk.
You know, I know the A's have a similar thing, and I know the Nationals do as well. The A's,
oh yeah,
the big head races. Although, for whatever reason, the players are Ricky Henderson, who is possibly the fastest player in Major League history, leads in saves and or not saves, steals and runs. And then Dennis Eckersley and Raleigh Fingers. Ricky Henderson should win every time. It's pretty even, though. I mean, they have to make it close. And then the President's races.
Yep. You know, I actually participated in a President's race.
Really?
One. That one's fouled off the leg of Raul Sandoval.
Actually, one of the heads?
I wasn't one of the President's racing, but it was the Geico President's race. So they have the Geico Gecko costume standing near the finish line.
Yeah.
I was the person sweating inside that costume.
How was that?
Oh, it was so hot in there. Great experience, though.
Put that on your resume.
I don't know about that, but it does come up at almost every family dinner I attend. and it probably will until the end of time. 0-1 misses high and outside, a ball and a strike.
Who's the fastest president? Who are the, it's Teddy. Is it Teddy Roosevelt? Is it one of them?
Teddy, Abe,
Okay.
Jefferson, Washington.
Okay.
1-1 foul. And it's 1-2. I believe last year's president, I think they go with a new president every year. They had William Howard Taft.
Okay.
In the race,
Yeah.
the fattest president.
I think Teddy Roosevelt, from everything I've heard, was a pretty athletic guy.
He was right. But it's funny, William Howard Taft had a better season than Teddy Roosevelt in the president's races. Teddy's the worst racer of them all. For a while, he had never won, and then they finally handed him one.
Blame that on the interns.
Well, I was in the intern room. They can get pretty wild. They get wacky. Some of those ideas are terrible. Just terrible.
You got to throw them out there, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do a race every day. You got to be creative, right? The 1-2 pitch to Sandoval, he takes low and away. 2-2. If you're just joining us, the Oaks lead 7-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. On the road at Sinsheimer Park in San Luis Obispo, a 5-run 7th catapulted the Oaks to this wide open advantage. And now the count is full as a fastball misses up. Constantine struggling to locate here. So full count. Oaks have a runner on first. That's Yamashiro who walked. Sandoval lines one into right field. That dinks and dunks in for a base hit. A 1-out hit, Raul Sandoval. Now a 3-hit performance out of the 4-hole. He's 3 for 5. And the Oaks have 2 on with an out for Tyler Odekirk.
So the Oaks not satisfied yet, up 7-0. One unload a little more. 2 on, 1 out in the 9th. Maybe they could put up a 10 spot. Who knows?
I mean, Odekirk at the plate represents the 10th run. Dan Marple out for a meeting. Brings in the whole infield. Center fielder Ryan Cole and TJ Rumfield in right. And remember, TJ Rumfield making his first start in the outfield this summer. They're talking in right center. Out and left, Hunter Swift is hanging out all by himself. This was his first start in left field of the CCL season. 20th of July. Oaks play today, they play tomorrow, and then they play Tuesday, the season finale at the Academy Barons. We'll have all of those games for you. And then a day off Wednesday, at least for the broadcasters. And then Thursday, the fun begins. You can check us out next Thursday and Friday, the CCL postseason. We'll have every game for you all the way to the final out. 2 on, 1 out for Tyler Odekirk, who singled in 2 runs in the 7th inning. Also reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 2nd inning. Gabe Constantine collects. Here's the pitch. Strike number 1. See some action in the Blues bullpen in case Constantine is unable to retire the side. Safe to say the Oaks are going to fight till the finish here today. Trying to inflate some of those poor averages. Maybe collect a few more RBIs. The 1-1 misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Called a strike at the knees. 2-2. Sun beginning to set shadows now over the right side of the field. We see some trees overhanging into the base box. Or baseline on the right side. Grounder to short. 6-3. An unassisted double play. Ruben Mercado caught the chopper, tapped the bag himself, and launched a beautiful throw to Nick Hansen at first to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a runner left on. It's the Oaks 7, the Blues nothing. Bottom 9, the Blues, they need some magic on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the ninth inning. It's 7-0 Oaks, and Clay Rickerman out. Put a cap on it. Tyson Corio, Hunter Swift, TJ Rumfield. Corio's 1 for 3. He digs in from the left side. Sinsheimer's gone from a capacity crowd to a crowd of probably a few hundreds. A few empty seats on the left side, and the grass area is, well, mostly grass, and it used to be mostly people. A first pitch strike, it's 0-1. Conejo, if they hold on here, they will have won the season series. Swing and a miss, change up below the knees. 0-2. That has been the go-to pitch for Clay Rickerman both today and all season. Doesn't throw particularly hard, but he's got a great feel for the secondary stuff. That's another changeup. It's another swing and a miss. That's his third straight strikeout. And there's one got in the ninth. Got Ryan Cole and Ruben Mercado in the eighth after getting Stinkwoods to fly out, and now he strikes out Corio swinging. Here's Hunter Swift, talented left-handed left fielder. 2 for 3, single to center in the second, single to left in the sixth, and a ground out to second sandwiched in between. Lines one to the left side, this one's foul. It's hit hard. TJ Rumfield is on deck. Wind has calmed down a little bit. Still a slight breeze out to left field. Looks like Aaron Suval has found a ball that has found the field of play in the left field corner. He jogs over and tosses it back to an Oaks reliever, and the brief pause is now over. No balls and a strike. Rickerman peers in, into the windup. Here's the pitch. A strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Clay Rickerman just pounding the zone at the moment. Jerry Ramirez got the start. 7 shutout innings. The 0-2 pitch elevates on a fastball. Hunter Swift lays off, but that could set up the changeup, which we saw Rickerman strike out Corio on. Through 3 straight changeups to Corio. A ball, 2 strikes and out, bottom 9. Rickerman shakes off the catcher, Kamiko. And it looks like Swift steps out. One of the better games of the season for the Conejo Oaks. Maybe the best game of the season. A little bit too late, but the 1-2. Little drive. Did Gabe Baldovino catch that one? Oh, what a play by the Oaks shortstop.
He gets a standing ovation from Clay Rickerman.
Stabbed into left field. Baldovino tracked out from short. Has reached out. I don't know, he might have closed his eyes and just prayed that ball landed in his glove. That's exactly where it ends up. And they're 2 away in the ninth.
And that play right there tells you they just had a different level of focus today. Even going into the ninth inning, you talk about a play like that. Gabe Baldovino has made 14 errors on the season coming into this game, and yet he makes a play like that.
2 gone. And here's TJ Rumfield. Slider, strike 1. So Clay Rickerman, the Cal Lutheran Kingsman, 4 saves this summer. Got off to a tough start. Now the 0-1 is low, 1-1. Oaks trying to break a 3-game losing streak. Sets, offers, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a drive out to deep right. Actually medium deep. It is caught. Trent McKinney and the Oaks finish this game off. They win 7-0. They secure pitching batting practice tomorrow, as they do after every shutout win. Jerry Ramirez gets his second win of the summer. He goes a season-high 7 scoreless. And all in all, A terrific performance defensively, offensively, and on the mound for the Oaks. This was a feel-good win.
A dominant wire-to-wire win. 2 runs early. They got 1 in the second. They got 1 in the fourth. And then a crooked number 5 in the 7th. They closed the game after taking a 7-0 lead. They retire the final 9, including 3 strikeouts. A dominant, great performance on the road, taking the season series against the SLO Blues. And this is something for the Oaks, Jordan, you look at in a season full of disappointments. They can look back and say, we beat one of the better teams in the CCL 4 games out of 7.
That's right. They take the season series 4-3 against the SLO Blues and a 7-0 final from Sinsheimer. For everybody who made this Conejo Oaks broadcast possible, the Oaks and Coach Solis, of course, the SLO Blues interns for making our stay here so wonderful. Emily Hilsinger on production, her daily dab, Zach Engberg on color and play-by-play, the 4th, 5th, and 6th. I'm Jordan Brenner signing off, and I wish you a wonderful Saturday evening. The Oaks win this one 7-0.